Hello everyone. Wish you all a very happy Diwali. Welcome to Keeping It Real by Housing.com. We're the longest running and top rated show in the real estate industry. In this episode, we have our special guest, Mr. Vikas Wadhawan, CFO of REA India and business head at PropTiger.com, as we explore the booming luxury real estate market in India. Plus, get a concise breakdown of collateral's role in the home loan process. Unlock the keys to your dream home in this informative episode. There appears to be a significant shift taking place in home buying patterns and choices, with people increasingly favoring luxury and gated communities. The concept of home ownership has strengthened and people are upgrading to better and bigger homes. The National Capital Region's, the NCR's, Millennium City Gurugram recently saw its most stunning real estate deal with an apartment selling for over rupees 100 crore. The deal has surprised both buyers and sellers with its price comparable to some of the costliest property deals in the poshest areas of the national capital, Delhi, recently. Besides, as pointed out by a report in the Economic Times, suppliers of high-end residential units in Gurgaon and Noida, such as DLF, Tark, Raheja, and Unity Group, who are releasing inventory after a long time, are suddenly recording a rush of residents from Central and West Delhi as they seek exclusivity and security in gated communities. We spoke to Mr. Vikas Wadhawan, CFO, REA India, and business head PropTiger.com to understand the trends and the underlying reasons. Listen in. Hello and a warm welcome, Vikas. Wish you a very happy Diwali. We are thrilled to have you here during this festive season. Let's dive into this intriguing real estate trends.
Thank you, Gaurav. Thanks for hosting me and wish you a very happy Diwali and a festive season, and wishing all the listeners a very happy Diwali and a festive season.
You know, Vikas, the recent surge in the demand for top-end apartments and houses has caught many by surprise. Can you shed some light on what's driving this trend? Is it a reflection of increased buying power among the people? Or are there other factors at play that we should consider when looking at the real estate industry from a buyer's perspective? Vikas?
Sure, Gaurav. See, the increasing demand in the expensive houses, quote unquote, the luxury housing, is a factor of multiple things. If we reflect back, the property prices have stayed flat, pretty much flat over the last few years because of the structural changes which real estate was going through. But consistently, the cost was going up. The developers could not increase the price of the property because the demand was subdued at that point in time. So there was a little bit of pent-up effect in terms of the prices did not move up for many years, while the cost kept on going up, which impacted the margins of the developer. And hence, there was no option but to increase the price at this stage, because the input costs have gone up, the labor costs have gone up post-COVID significantly. The compliances cost for the developer has gone up on the back of RERA, additional compliances of GST, and so on and so forth. So eventually the prices has to reflect that incremental cost. But why the demand is going up is definitely the demand overall is back in the real estate sector. And hence we are seeing a positive trend of buying in pretty much all the segments. But when we look at property prices above 1 crore, we are clearly seeing that this particular segment is showing a faster recovery or faster growth as compared to the other segment, which is also reflected in the overall market share of properties above 1 crore has gone up to 24% as compared to 16% pre-COVID. So clearly an 8% increase. And this is, as I said, the cost has gone up. The builders were forced to increase the prices. When they saw the demand sentiment is positive in the market, they actually capitalized on it and increased the prices of the property. Second, post-COVID, what we have seen that the buyers are looking for bigger houses because some form of working from home or a hybrid work will remain forever. So we need a space at our house where we can work sometime from home. We need a proper place for the studies of the kids. And that is where there is the need of bigger houses. Uh, in addition to that, COVID also, when all of us were kept in the lockdowns for a few months, we realized that we need a home where we have the required facilities and amenities which we can access during these difficult times. So, amenities like where I can go for a walk, where my kids can go for a play, where my old age parents can look for healthcare services, and I also have access to the gymnasium or club within the premises. So these kind of things are generally available in expensive properties, and hence that also accelerated the demand of property prices in higher segment. And that is the trend we've been seeing in pretty much all the markets. Bombay is leading the pack with 50% contribution coming from 1 crore and above, but that's not surprising because Bombay is an expensive market. But other markets like Pune, Hyderabad, Gurgaon, all these markets are showing positive trend in property prices above 1 crore.
Well, Vikas, agreed that the investors are back in the market, and it's hard to ignore the jaw-dropping sale of an apartment in Gurgaon for an eye-popping rupees 100 crore. How does this fit into the broader shifts happening in the Indian real estate market, especially within the gated apartments segment? Do you see this as a sign of a trend that's likely to become more common in the near future?
I won't actually call it a trend, Gaurav. These are one-off transactions, and these transactions are typically in the pockets where there is a huge gap in the demand and supply, and hence and this particular pocket belongs to the ultra luxury where price sometimes doesn't even matter. So this is not the reflection of market. These are one-off transactions, and these are the transactions where someone really want to own a piece of very, very premium property, which sometimes is not even available in the market, and hence the buyer can command the price whatever they want. So I won't call it a trend, but definitely, as we've clearly seen post COVID, the demand and the buying power has been growing, and we will see one or two of such transactions here and there in the times to come as well.
Interesting, Vikas, because you don't see this as a trend yet. This is an interesting insight.
100 crore and above, it can't be a trend of the market when the average property prices in cities like any city. I mean, even if you talk about the most expensive market, which is Mumbai, the average price of the property at a Mumbai level, I'm not talking about some micro markets, but at a Mumbai level is around 2 crore rupees. So when the average price is such, 100 crore can't be a market reflection.
You know, Vikas, the rise in luxury real estate prices in Gurgaon and affluent areas of Delhi has pushed high-end apartment rates to compete with Mumbai's prestigious neighborhoods, where costs per square foot have exceeded rupees 1 lakh. What's your take on this price escalation? What implications might this have for the real estate landscape in these regions, and how do you foresee this impacting potential buyers, Vikas?
This is a clear reflection of Gaurav, the gap in demand and supply. When we talk about Mumbai, we all know that good quality houses are scarce in Mumbai, and that's where it commands a very, very high price. In fact, in Mumbai, as Mumbai is a long strip of land base along the sea, Arabian Sea. The even the land is scarce in a city like Mumbai, and we know that's the financial capital of the country, where a lot of people go for their day-to-day living and jobs, and hence that city is not being able to meet the demand of that segment, and hence the property prices keeps on going up. Gurgaon is a similar situation right now because Gurgaon in the last 2 decades has suddenly come up as a big commercial center where pretty much a very large number of Fortune 500 companies have their regional base. When I say regional base, is either their India headquarters or some of them even have their Asia headquarters based out of Gurgaon, which means a lot of people are coming here for their jobs. And especially with the traffic increasing day by day, it is becoming difficult for people from different parts of Delhi to come to travel to Gurgaon every day. So they have no option but to buy houses in Gurgaon or take houses on rent in Gurgaon. But again, the good quality supply is very limited in Gurgaon, and hence the property prices are going up. I think at the end of the day, the economic development of the country has to move beyond the top 8 cities. Then only we will see the property prices are not spiking in some of the pockets like we are seeing in Gurgaon right now, or maybe some pockets of Mumbai. For a country like India, which is growing at a 7% GDP growth and a 1.4 billion plus population, I think we definitely need at least 80 to 100 big commercial centers, which will spread the economic activity, which will spread the jobs, and hence the real estate development will also spread beyond these top 8 cities, which are where not only the property prices are going up, but also choking from a traffic perspective.
Thank you, Vikas. Thank you for dropping by and sharing your deep insights. It's always a delight to host you.
Thank you, Gaurav. And once again, wish you and your listeners a very happy Diwali and a festive season. Thank you.
What is collateral and how does it work out in home loans? Banks in India offer credit to customers under 2 categories. The first category is secured loans and the second is unsecured loans. Simply put, unsecured loans involve borrowing without collateral, while secured loans offer credit with collateral. So what is a collateral in a loan? Oftentimes, when banks issue you credit, they make you pledge assets that they are legally free to take over, sell in an open market, and recover losses if you as a borrower were to fail in repaying the loan with interest. Such a loan is known as a secured loan because banks have security against future risk of non-payment. The asset one pledges to secure for a loan is known as collateral. In case of secured loans, the loan agreement will invariably have a repossession clause, providing a lender the right to sell collateral in case a borrower defaults on loan payments. What are the examples of secured loans? Some of the examples are home loan, auto loan, life insurance loan, gold loan, mortgage loan. And what are the examples of unsecured loans? Well, they are personal loan, student loan, business loan, credit cards, wedding loan, vacation loan, home renovation loan, consumer durable loan, bridge loan, and a top-up loan. So what is a collateral in a home loan? The property you buy with the help of a housing loan acts as a collateral in home finance. This is precisely why home loans in India are available at much lower interest rates than an unsecured loan like a personal loan. Sample this. In October 2023, India's largest public lender, State Bank of India, was charging an 8.4% annual interest rate on home loans. It is, however, offering personal loans at an annual interest rate of 11.05% to 14.05%. Further, as the property acts as collateral, banks keep the original property papers in their repository till the borrower has fully repaid the loan. Banks return the property papers to buyers only after this obligation is met. That's it from us for this episode. We shall be back again with a fresh episode of Keeping It Real by Housing.com with information and insights on the real estate industry. Whether you are a pro or a beginner, we are here to keep you informed and entertained in the world of Indian real estate. This is Keeping It Real by Housing.com, where we keep it real always. You can catch the episode on Housing.com, on the Housing.com app, on earshot.in, Spotify.com, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Ghana.com, and Geo7. Take care and stay safe.